I'm not a doctor, but I'm playing one on this video. You're not medical students, but in this unit, you're going to be pretending to be medical students. You're going to help me diagnose a patient. A 12-year-old patient has come into my office complaining of some symptoms, and together, through this unit, we're going to learn about the human body, how a healthy body works, and then diagnose our patient and see what is wrong with him. So, welcome to this journey. The first thing you're going to do as medical students is show me what you know about the human body. Don't worry, this isn't a test, and you're really not expected as brand new medical students or beginning 6th graders to know about this. You are going to show, by drawing and labeling, what you think is happening in your body. It doesn't have to be correct. I don't expect it to be correct. If it had to be correct, there would be no need to teach you, right? But you're going to make these models, you're going to make these drawings at the beginning of the unit, in the middle of the unit, and at the end of the unit to show your growth and your understanding. By the end of the unit, you should have a much better idea. And then you're going to use these diagrams and models to help diagnose our patient and see what isn't working in the human body correctly. So today's task is to make 3 diagrams. You will get an outline of a body, a very simple one, and you're going to answer 3 questions by showing just what you think in your head might be happening. The first question is, what does blood do in our bodies? What does blood do in our bodies? The second question is, what does our body do with the air that we breathe in? What do you think it does with it? What happens when we breathe it in, and how does our body use it? And the third question is, what happens to the food we eat? When we take in food, what happens to that food? So you're going to draw 3 diagrams, kind of thinking, trying to describe the best you can right now what you think happens in those 3 scenarios. Those are the tasks for today. Good luck. Hello, budding doctors. We are going to be learning about how to use models, specifically those diagrams you're going to be making. And we have another friend here to help us, another avatar, I call them. This is Marla. Marla makes models, so she can teach us how to make models. A model is a visual representation of an idea or concept. It's something we can see about an idea we don't usually see. Scientists use models for many reasons. At the really basic level, these models show ideas or thinking. Models can take many forms. We will use many models this unit and all year. In this lesson and throughout this unit, we'll use a type of model called a diagram. We do this because this is a D and then flat diagram. A diagram is a 2-dimensional sketch or picture with labels that shows an idea. It's a type of model, and it's 2D, it's flat, it's paper. Okay, so it's a paper model. Model is here to show us the ABCs of diagrams. So first, on your notes, you're just going to fill in what each one stands for, and then I'm going to go through each one more specifically, and you'll fill underneath your notes. So A is for accurate. That means it's correct. In this case, in this beginning, correct doesn't mean the right answer. It means correctly shows your thinking. B is for big. C is for colorful. And D is for detailed. Go ahead, take a moment, pause, and just fill in these underlined parts in your notes, and then we'll go over each one individually, and you can fill out the details. A is for accurate. That means it's correct and clear. It clearly shows the idea. There's enough information to clearly show what you're talking about, and that is correct. And again, in these beginning models, correct means someone can look at your diagram and understand your thinking. That's all correct means in these beginning models. B is for big. It takes up the space given. Okay. I don't want to give you a whole piece of paper, with those bodies on them and you draw little things inside. Take up the space given. C is for colorful. Colorful does not mean use every color of the rainbow. It doesn't even mean make it pretty. Colorful, we use color in diagrams to organize and show connections. So things that are similar will have the same color, okay? Or to separate things. We might color the name of a vocabulary word and then the definition is in a different color or something like that. But we use it to organize and make connections, not just to use every color or to make it pretty or to take a long time on it. Colorful is for organization and showing connections. Finally, D is for detailed. You have enough detail in pictures, words, and labels. Those labels are going to be very important. You're not writing paragraphs or really even sentences. Your labels are most of your words, okay? And they need to explain the whole concept or idea. Again, somebody should be able to look at your diagram without you explaining it and understand what you mean. This doesn't mean detailed pictures. It doesn't mean you have to be a fabulous artist. Okay? I am not an artist at all. Okay? But I can do diagrams. You're using simple shapes, arrows, connectors, things like that. We'll talk about that. We'll practice that. And labels. Labels are key. Labels, arrows, and color do a whole lot to show what your thinking is. And we need to think all of your thinking, not just the general idea. So those are the ABCDs of diagrams. Good luck. Have fun.